If you're curious how I get these pictures during a newborn session, then hang around because I'm going to show you how I get them. We're going to start off here with the bucket pose, and this is one of the trickier ones. I will say you want a very calm, sleepy baby. This was the calmest he was during this session, so this is when I attempted to do the bucket pose. So you saw I had him pose there in my hands, and then all I have to do is place him down into the bucket, and I don't have to mess with him and repose him all that much. He was very sensitive and touchy today, and so I try to do as much as I can without having to mess with him, so posing him in my hands was the right call. And that bean that you see me putting behind him, that's called the Sleepy Vibes, and it's from the Newborn Nerds. I absolutely love it because not only does it vibrate, it also plays like a white noise sound, so it's a 2-in-1 combo. He's nice and happy and settled right now, so I'm taking this time to get any little details perfected. Once I test my lighting and make sure I love everything, then I'm okay to take out his passy. And I don't always have an assistant during newborn sessions, but I love when I do for this pose particularly because babies can jolt, and you do not want a baby falling out of a bucket. So I love having an assistant there to just be on standby, and I know I'm able to move back a little bit more and focus a little bit more on the pictures rather than, one hand on the baby at all times. So I really do love having an assistant when it comes to these sort of more difficult poses, but it is not necessary. I do these shots all the time, just me with no assistant, but times like here, when he was being a little picky and wanted to squirm while we were messing with him, I'm able to hold my hands on him and keep him steady and calm while she takes his passy out. I can totally do that myself, but this helped the process along so much better. And I'm just watching how his sleepy cap is hitting his face and how it's gonna fall beside him. I just wanna make sure all the little details are super precious. And now I'm gonna step back and take another test shot, make sure we're good. My assistant staying close by, just watching him nonstop. If she needs to reach in and grab him at any point, she's right there. He's so funny though, because this baby was mean mugging like half of his session, and I spent so long in between takes just trying to calm him down and smooth out his little eyebrows because he was just mean mugging in his sweet little sleep. And make sure you get all sorts of different angles. I get angles from straight on. I get each side of baby. I love the shadow side probably the most, but parents tend to love the side from the light. So, typically my favorite pictures are not the ones that are picked. And he was just so cute doing a little pouty face right here. And this is the pose we ended up going with, and Mom ended up picking. I did do one more variation here where we pulled his little arm out. That way he's resting on one hand and his other little arm is just dangling over the side of the bucket. It's so cute. He wasn't too happy with me though. So we're just taking our time, settling him down, making sure he's nice and happy and comfortable. He was rather tense throughout the entire session, and especially here you can tell how tense he was where his little arm was and the hand, it's kind of bent and he's kind of just, there's a lot of tension there. And normally with babies, that little hand is just flopping away. So once I took a picture and saw how his hand really looked, I just kind of flattened it out just a little bit, and that really helped the overall look of it. Just fixing any other little details before we take this shot. I'm going to also watch his little fingers because fingers make a huge difference. I try not to have little talon claws just like, taking over the picture. And in a perfect world, his hand would be more softened a little bit, but that is a-okay. Sometimes with newborn sessions, you got to just get what you can get. Babies run the show. I always like to say you can't make a baby do anything. So as long as they're comfortable, you just get what you can get. And now that angle I was just shooting from the side was my favorite. And this is from the light side that parents always pick from. I love the shadow side though because it just shows off all their sweet little details. And now we're gonna get him wrapped up in our little peeky toe wrap, and I'm putting him here in this little Moses basket. And I'm just watching any little details. I'm gonna cover up his fingers for this one. He just was really tense. I think his tummy was hurting him today. Even being swaddled as babies normally love, you can still tell from his face that he just was still really tense. But I always like to take this opportunity to get some pictures of their little piggies. Their toes look so cute in this little wrap. So I did get some pictures here in this blue wrap, but Mama ended up getting toe pictures from a different peaky toe wrap that we're gonna do next. But this one did come out really, really sweet. But this is the one that Mama ended up picking the toe pictures from. Or honestly, maybe I just gave them to her. I don't remember. Sometimes if my clients don't pick them, I'll just give them to them because they're so cute. And it's like, how can you live without those pictures? So here we got a picture without his little sleepy cap on. And then we threw the little sleepy cap on. Here's those little toe pictures I was talking about. It looked really cute with the orange. But again, just working around getting all your angles. This is always one of my favorites because it just looks so stinking cute, and babies love to be swaddled, but this shows off a little bit more of their body and their shape versus this right here, the little potato wrap. This also is as equally cute to me in its own different way because it's just a stinking ball of a baby. It's like a little spud potato baby, and it's so cute. So I don't know that I could ever pick a favorite between those two kinds of wraps, honestly. And this baby is super secure in here. Even if I didn't have an assistant, I would be totally confident in just letting him stand right there on his own because he's sitting inside like a donut shape, if you will. It's the newborn nest from the Newborn Nerds that I'm using underneath. And then there's layers of blankets and the fluff and everything. So I just kind of shimmy him on down there, and he is not toppling over whatsoever. So I absolutely love this pose. It's one of my favorites to do with the potato, the ball wrap. Once I got my light perfected, I want that light to sweep across his face. And you see those little eyebrows came right back out. Oh my goodness. Hims was just so mad, but so cute. Because I could tell he was having some tummy problems, we did a little bit more wrapped poses with him because he really liked those so much. So I did one more little ball wrap. I changed the outer wrap from yellow to green, and then we're going to put him in this little chair, and I've got a pillow that he's leaning up against. And all of this is really an illusion as far as the angle goes because I'm shooting pretty straight down towards him. I'm standing up high and kind of angling down towards him to get a great angle on his face, and I'm not like shooting up his nose. So I don't care what the bottom of his little ball wrap looks like. I know it looks like total crap right now from this angle, but don't worry, you'll see in the picture that it looks just fine from the angle I'm looking at. And I absolutely love having babies hold a little stuffy when they are doing the ball wrap. I did not do a little stuffy in his hands for the yellow, so I knew we had to put a little stuffy in his hands for this one because no session is complete to me without a baby holding a tiny little stuffy. All right, we are all done with our wrapped poses, so now we're going to get him unwrapped, and we are going to do some unwrapped posing. Now, Dad is a firefighter, so we had to incorporate this. I was so proud of him for letting us get that one, and then I thought this one would be an easy peasy one too that I'm pretty sure he would let us get just to lay him on his back. He would not let me pose him and do like bum up or things like that on the table, which is totally fine to me. I am never going to force a baby to do something they do not want to do, and I knew that he would be most comfortable laying on his back, and he would let us get these pictures. So that is just what we did, and I hate that it unfocused right there, but we were able to get these little glasses on him, and I just think those pair so well with the suspenders and the little old man hat. And if you guys are enjoying these and you want to see more, hang around because I've got a year's worth of videos I've compiled and I'm working on releasing them now. So hang around, subscribe, follow me if you want to see more. I'm not only going to do newborn sessions, but all types of sessions. I've also got tons of non-newborn sessions I'm going to be sharing where I teach the lighting aspect. So really, if you're interested in learning anything photography, hang around. Thanks for watching. See you next time.